welcome to the Wooden Willow. Will it just be you and your Bidoof joining us this evening? Excellent. Would you care to take a look at the menu? Perfect. We have all of our usuals as well as a few specials if you would like to hear them. Certainly, I would be happy to take you through our menu. Of course, here we specialize in serving an abundance of Pokemon who enjoy consuming wooden food, and we have a wide variety available. For our base ingredient options, we have a nice hickory wood, a spruce wood that I hear is quite wonderful, a pine that offers a bit more of a challenge to the palate, and a walnut that has a very rich flavor. For our toppings, we have several options that can add a unique flavor to your favorite sandwich. We have a wonderful batch of pine cones available, oak shoots freshly harvested from the forest, acorns, of course, from a variety of trees, sawdust flavoring for a added amount of seasoning, and pickled birch chips that I can wholeheartedly recommend. We can offer any combination of those ingredients. We also have a special available, which is our House Club sandwich. Of course, I can explain the ingredients. It comes with a wonderful pine base, added oak shoots for texture, sawdust for a bit of added seasoning, and topped off with pickled birch chips, all on a wonderful beadboard bun. It's very popular this time of year. And we also have our soups, which are very popular with our guest. We have our mahogany medley, an original oak wood, our birch basil, our poplar panay, and our house blend. Yes, the house blend is a combination of mahogany, oak, birch, and just a bit of ash. All right. Well, I will leave this menu here for you in case you would like to browse it just a bit more. Do you think you are ready to order? All right, let me get my wooden writing pad here. Yes, of course, all of our peripherals, for the most part, are a nice blend of our harvested wood. This is a nice compressed beadboard, which is perfect for writing. All right, let's go ahead and start with you. You'll take our house special. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Okay, like I said, it comes on a wonderful beadboard bun. Would you like that toasted? No? All right, perfect. Okay, we have a pine basswood, a oak shoots for texture. Would you like extra oak shoots or just a sprinkle? Extra. Excellent. Extra oak shoots. All right, we also have pickled birch chips. And how many pickled birch chips would you like? All right, at least 5 or 6. Good healthy amount. All right, and topped off with that wonderful sawdust. Your Bidoof will enjoy that. All right, and is there anything else? You'll take a soup. Okay, which one? The house blend. Excellent. You have wonderful taste. House blend, of course, that combines our mahogany, oak, spruce, and ash. All right, of course, we will bring all of the ingredients here to the table and prepare it here in front of you. It's part of the experience. All right, I will go let the chef know, and I will be right back. All right, we have your soup ready. We always start with our soups here at the Wooden Willow to get your palate ready for the main course. As you can see, we have a nice wonderful blend of those varieties of hardwoods, all smoothed and shaped into these wonderful bite-sized pieces. Alright, I will go ahead and we also have our wonderful fresh spring water that will be added to your soup. As you can hear, it's quite fresh and very refreshing. We collect this from the nearby spring and purify it in-house. Alright, I will allow you to determine how much water is added to your soup. Some people enjoy it a bit more dry and some like it a little bit more doused. Okay, let's begin. Alright, here we have our wonderful house blend soup. As you can see, those delicate mixtures of the various wooden species that we harvest. Let's just get those nice and mixed and prepared for the water. Alright, we have a nice mixture there. Let's go ahead and get that water ready. Just a bit of a shake up to ensure that we are nice and fresh. Alright, and the cork. Please do tell me how much. How's that? A bit more, of course. A bit more yet. Excellent. All right. Let's replace that cork and set that out of the way. I will go ahead and get a nice stir of your soup to make sure that we have a wonderful soak of that spring water. just so that you can hear how fresh that soup is becoming. It's almost ready. Just make sure that all of the pieces of wood on the bottom are mixed in. How's that looking? All right, great. I think that we are prepared. Please, do enjoy. I hope you enjoy that soup, and I will be right back with the rest of your meal. Enjoy. All right, here we are. We have your house special club. Wonderful, isn't it? Yes, all of these wooded ingredients are freshly gathered and prepared. We have our wonderful beadboard buns available, our pine wood base, our pickled birch chips, our house blend of sawdust, and our wonderfully harvested oak shoots for that unmistakable texture. How does it look? I'm so glad to hear that. Well, I will set this down and we will get started with the preparation. It's one of the most enjoyable aspects to our sandwich making experience. Okay, let's get started. All right, let's go ahead and prepare your sandwich here. I will set these oak shoots off to the side. And we will begin with your beadboard bun. As you can hear, it's a very smooth texture, but has a wonderful soft consistency for your Bidoof's teeth. We find that it's very good at containing the ingredients of the sandwich within. We have the two pieces here together. Just slightly warming the two pieces of the exterior of your sandwich through a bit of friction. All right. Let's go ahead and begin with the base. We have your pine wood base slices as the meat, per se, of your sandwich. As you can see, we have a nice thin slice cut in a bit of a wedge shape in order to better fit on your sandwich. That razor thin cut provides just a bit of delicate consistency to the internal portions of your sandwich. As you can hear, it's much thinner than the bread portion of the beadboard. I think that your Bidoof will rather enjoy the nice woody taste of the pine board. Let's just make sure that there are no residual pieces of wood from the cut. Alright, and we will place your first piece ever so carefully, and the next piece to be prepared. And next piece. Perfect. And piece number 3. And cut in that perfect wedge in order to set ever so delicately on your sandwich, like so. It creates a nice, even surface for the toppings that you have selected. And the final piece. Beautiful. Next up, your oak shoots, freshly harvested from the forest. These aged and dried pieces of the oak tree provide a wonderful, crunchy texture to go with the smooth blend of that pine wood. As you can hear, it has a robust sound for a robust flavor. We will begin with a gentle placement of each piece. When working with a wooden sandwich, you must be very still and careful not to disturb the pieces. As you can see, your sandwich is coming together nicely for your Bidoof, or yourself if you would care for a bite. And the final piece. Next up, your pickled birch chips, cut from the pressed birch wood and aged and pickled to an absolute perfection. As you can hear and see, we have a wonderful, smooth texture to go with that crisp birch taste. Let's just make sure that they are nice and stirred to activate that flavor. All right, ever so slightly placing those chips. And it looks like we have, that's the spot, 6 chips for you here. All right. And last but not least, your house blend sawdust. Just a pinch, like you asked for. We take a blend of all of the dust from our cutting saws, so you have a bit of a mixture of wooden dust here in this vial, which gives it a nice, unexpected flavor, but not too much to overpower the flavor of your sandwich. And just a dusting. More? Alright, perfect. How's that? Just a bit more, alright. Your Bidoof must have a very evolved palate. That's alright, excellent. And the final piece of the puzzle, per se, the top layer of your sandwich. Let's just make sure that it's nice and compressed. Alright, I will leave this fork here in case you need to help your Bidoof. Please do enjoy. Alright, I will take that menu out of your way so that your Bidoof can enjoy their meal. Is there anything else I can get you or your Bidoof? Perfect. Well, please don't hesitate to let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. I hope your Bidoof has a wonderful meal, and I think it looks quite happy already. Alright, I will be with you shortly. Once again, just wave me down if there's anything you need. Alright, enjoy. How is everything? That's wonderful to hear. Your Bidoof looks very pleased, and I think it will battle extra vigorously since you have treated it to such a wonderful meal. Well, we are in no rush here. If there's not anything else you would like to order, I do have your check here. Once again, no rush. Just you can pay at the counter on your way out, so feel free to stay as long as you would like. And we thank you so much for joining us this evening at the Wooden Willow, and we do hope that you enjoyed your food to the fullest extent. Alright, like I said, no rush. I will leave this here, and please do let me know if there is anything else that we can do for you. If not, have a wonderful evening.